Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I thought you were another one of those zombies.
Are you Chief Irons?
Yes, that's me. And just who are you? No, don't bother telling me. It makes no difference. You'll end up just like all the others.
In Resident Evil 2, we are introduced to the Raccoon City Police Chief, Brian Irons. The first time Leon and/or Claire meet Brian Irons is when they reach the police station and manage to make their way to his office. Seeing that the police chief is the only person left alive that works at the police department really shows you that he's tough enough to survive on his own. You aren't sure how many zombies he's had to kill to survive, and after Leon or Claire interact with him, he explains how he doesn't care about who they are or what their names are, because soon they'll be dead like all the others. You get the feeling that he's overconfident about himself because he surrounds his office with animals he's personally hunted down, creating a trophy room. This also shows us that he must be quite a marksman, and that explains how he's managed to survive when every cop in the station had to either escape the police station or go down fighting. He mentions that taxidermy used to be his hobby, but no longer now that he's had to deal with the undead. His emotions show that he doesn't like what's happened, and being surrounded by death and suffering could bring a toll on him, which would explain why he just wanted to be alone after interacting with either of them. Or at least, that's what we wanted to believe, because the reality was quite bitter. Chief Irons was a killer even before the T-Virus hit Raccoon City. Taxidermy became his hobby because he loved to hunt down living creatures, stuff them himself, and mount the skins of the animals he killed as a form of making great hunting trophies. But if he could, he would make trophies of actual people decorated all over his trophy room. It turns out that the manhwa of Resident Evil 2 went a little deep into the character of Brian Irons, revealing what he did growing up. Here we see that growing up, Brian Irons would run around fields and capture rabbits, then kill them just to dissect them, something most serial killers start off doing at a very young age. Brian Irons was an aggressive person who felt that violence and destroying things gave him a high sense of joy. He is by all means a complete psychopath who was given the position of police chief in the Raccoon City Police Department. Putting him in charge was perfect for Umbrella. They had no means of keeping him alive after the T-Virus spread all over Raccoon City, but they knew that he would ensure that anyone trying to use the police station as a sanctuary would be disposed of by Brian Irons himself. In a file found in the Outbreak chapter of Resident Evil Outbreak, File 2, it describes that Mayor Warren's daughter was not the first female murder victim of Brian Irons. There were at least 8 females that had disappeared, and that they could also be heard wailing underneath the sewer. All the women that had disappeared had similar physique appearances, both young and beautiful. We never get to see who these poor victims were, but after seeing what his torture room looked like, one can only hope that they died before he mutilated them. It's a shame that Chief Irons was never caught by anyone in the police department. However, before he became police chief of the Raccoon City Police Department, there was something else that he did. Back in his university years, Brian Irons committed 2 horrendous acts that should have kept him behind bars. He raped 2 female students. This man became the police chief of Raccoon City Police Department even after committing rape twice. But how did he get away with it? As you'd expect, the wealthy can hide everything and money can make people turn a blind eye. That's what happened in this case. So seeing the kind of person that was in charge of the police department means that Raccoon City was destined to fall.
Isn't she beautiful? I was about to stuff her.
Chief Irons?
You know him?
Prowling around at a time like this. You're after G too, aren't you?
Gee.
Don't play dumb with me. Oh. Aren't you Dr. Perkins? I bleed. That's not supposed to happen.
Hold on! We need to stop this thing first!
And that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if so, be sure to leave a like, share with others, and subscribe if you haven't. Also, be sure to check out my Patreon, and if you'd like to support the channel, you'll get additional content and more just by donating at least $1. It'll help me get a new computer to continue making videos like this one, and faster content as well. You'll also get a chance to win prizes, so you might want to check that out. The link to my Patreon is on the description, as well as my Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr, where I post up all sorts of random stuff for you guys. But anyways, I'll see you on the next video, and remember to have an awesome day.